Maybe you tell me that you're still small for these things to hear, but exactly how they are spreading rumors amongst the youngsters, I have to correct you in the early age. So inshallah you'll understand me and you're not small to understand these things. In Quran, in many different verses, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, I've already explained this for my students, so I want to explain it to everyone. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in many verses mentioned that in this world, amongst the human beings and the animals, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created two genders only. There's dhakar and untha. There's only male and female. We don't have the third gender, that's for sure. Because Quran tells us. If they tell me that scientifically it's been proved that we have more than one gender and stuff and blah blah, this is all rumor and not true. And even scientifically, it's not proved that we have the third gender. Because we have DNA's format, it's either XX or XY, male and female. There is no third gender. This is first. So, since I know that there is only two genders only, why I see all these people and they have created big organizations, they have been funded massively, and they are coming on the street and they are proud of being supporting LGBTQ and stuff. But nowadays we see less of them. We don't see them. They are active as active as before. Why they are not taking all these activities just like before? I know June is coming. It is their month. Okay. Usually in work, for example, we have one day for the mothers, we have one day for the fathers, but to impose this false idea on you, they have chosen the whole month to spread this rumor. Not one day. Usually for the occasions we have one day. No, they have chosen 1 month because they know one day is not enough to spread this rumor and to impose it on you. And before 2 years, we would see their flag almost everywhere. On social media, some of the apps would change the design of the apps to their flag. In the train station, we would see their flag everywhere. But nowadays, we see less activities. Why is that? Why is that? It tells us that there's someone behind them that leads them and funds them. And it was, who can guess who was supporting them? Not my students. Who was supporting them? No, of course not. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Quran, what the LGBTQ does is absolutely forbidden in Islam. What the LGBTQ does is absolutely haram in Islam. Who would support him, do you think? Yeah, but we have an organization that supports them. Can you take a guess? Huh? Okay, Israel. That's the correct answer. Zionism is more correct. Zionism would support them and fund them, guys. But why they are not as active as before? Because Zionism is busy with this war. Because Zionism is busy now, has no time to do all these activities, has no money to fund to the LGBTQ stuff. That's why we see less activities. You see? So, and what they did, while they were spreading a lot of rumors and they were imposing this idea on us, and we would see the ads and flags everywhere in the social media, on the street and everywhere, there were some people, guys, Ahmed, there were some people that they were against it. And we know that the majority of people is against it. But they would set laws. And they would charge you if you go against it, so they would scare you. But still we had some people, okay, some celebrities that they went against it. Do you know why was that? Like Piers Morgan. You know Piers Morgan? Like Ben Shapiro. Okay? Ben Shapiro is Jewish himself. So what they were being supported by Zionism, not the Jewish people, because Jews are different. They are completely different than the Zionism. The real Jewish people does not support Zionism, but rather they are against it. The real Jewish people say that in our religion, it is haram, let's say, it is forbidden to have a state in Palestine. Why? Because before, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala punished them and cast them out from the land. And said, and it has been recorded in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَإِنَّهَا مُحَرَّمَةٌ عَلَيْكُمْ. This land is forbidden on the Jewish people. So the Zionism is an organization that even goes against the context of Torah. So there were some people that would defend the nature of human, which is we have male and female, and go against LGBTQ, like Piers Morgan, Ben Shapiro, the Canadian psychologist. Who knows his name? He was very popular. Do you know why was that? I'm not sure. But why was that? Guys, they were picking up people to go against LGBTQ, so be more loved amongst their society. And you know what they did? With the same celebrities that they gained love because of going against LGBTQ, they gained the love of people, and people would listen to them. And they used the very same people to go against Islam. See how they are doing it? See the strategy? So they were telling Piers Morgan, for example, to go against LGBTQ, so make people to love you and listen to you. And then they would use Piers Morgan, because he has the voice of the people, to go against Islam. Exactly how we are seeing it nowadays. He's not even condemning what Israel does, what the Zionism does, with the massacre, with the genocide. Are you all aware of the genocide that happens now? Are you all aware? If you are not aware of that, your sisters and brothers in Islam are being killed every single day, you are an absolute failure. You have to know that daily your brothers and sisters in Islam are being killed and bombarded and murdered in Palestine, in Gaza especially. So they would make Ben Shapiro as a superman, as a hero against LGBTQ to gain people's voice and love. And the very same Ben Shapiro is going against Islam. See how they are working? So they want to make you to love Piers Morgan because you're on the nature, because in Islam it tells you we don't have LGBTQ. So naturally you would listen to those people that are against it. And then all of a sudden you see these people saying other things on Islam. So people would believe them. Have you got the idea? So the Canadian psychologist, the doctor, the same. They all have, every celebrity that would go against LGBTQ. I would say 90% or 95% of the Western celebrities that went against LGBTQ, they turned out going against Islam too. So this is how they work. For Zionism, both is right. Both is okay. In the other hand, we have LGBTQ. Okay? It makes people to go astray. The woke organization. We have many cases that they transform their body, male to female, and vice versa, and now they are regretting because the nature of human is comfortable and confident with the actual gender. When you are changing your gender, you live in chaos. You live in chaos. Therefore, we have many cases that they say we were just a small child, 12 years old, 11 years old. They betrayed us. They said you are not male or you are not female. It's a wrong body. God put you in the wrong body. They are questioning God's work as well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows everything well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not put the soul of a male into a female body. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not put the soul of a female in a male's body. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what he's doing. So both was okay for them. For the Zionism, whether you are going astray and supporting LGBTQ and bothering people, it's good for them because they don't want humanity to go on process. They don't want good for humanity. In the other hand, if people would go against LGBTQ, we have some celebrities to defend the nature of human being. But these celebrities would go against Islam, so they don't lose anything. You go astray or you go against Islam. Both ways is okay for Zionism. So this is how they are working against us, guys. That's why I tell you, learn Quran. Learn Quran and know what is in your deen. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the beginning of Surah Baqarah, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. This book got no doubt in it. That tells us if we go according to this book, you will never go astray. You will never be deviated. You'll never be betrayed by the media, by the Zionism acts. That's why I tell you Quran. They say we have 60 plus genders. Nonsense talking. Nonsense. Where do I get the right answer? If I, for example, if this guy tells me we have 3 genders, he's telling we have 2 genders. He said we have 1,000 genders. Where do we get the right answer? What's the first source to return? Tell me, Anas. Quran. Quran fix it for you. Quran got the answer in it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu inna khalaqnakum min dhakarin wa untha. All believers, Ya ayyuha nas, all human beings, we have created you from male and female. There's no third gender. There's no bi and gay or stuff. No, it's male or female. So the first source to sort out the big problems like that is Quran. That's why it is your duty to learn Quran very well, so they will not betray you. And when you see that in the other hand, in one hand we have LGBTQ supporters, in the other hand we have people against it, but against Islam, then you have no choice. You don't have a voice. It is your duty to become someone that people would listen to you. Like we have nice examples like Muhammad Hijab, for example. Look at the influence he has. Look at the da'wah he is doing. You have to become someone, an influencer, and raise the correct flag. Before the war in Gaza, people wouldn't know listen to who. People wouldn't know who is the right person to listen to. The LGBTQ supporters or the orange, that they were against oil. What was the organization called? Just Stop Oil. Why we don't see them nowadays? Why we don't see Just Stop Oil nowadays? They wanted electric power, all right? They wanted everything to turn to power. How we do get power? From the generators. And they are working with oil. See? We get power out of oil. So we go back to the same. But they just wanted disruption they just wanted to spread rumors. They wanted to let people live in chaos. We don't see Just Stop Oil organization nowadays to act because the fund is stopped. No, there's no one to support them. And because they were, people would hate them naturally. And normally, when you hate a group, you love the person that hates the same group. That's why they were creating some voices, non-Muslim voices, and normally you would love them and would listen to them. So whenever they talk against Islam, you would accept it. Therefore, you have to become a voice. You have to raise the correct flag. You have to become an influencer. But you cannot become someone like that if you just sit and play PlayStation and play Roblox and stuff. You have to think bigger than your age. The scholars always would say, think like the Ummah, the nation of Islam, has no one but you. Everyone is waiting for you to read, to get your PhD, to become someone well known and to get knowledge, to become someone well known, to give speech, to give lecture, to educate people about Islam and about what is happening in the world. Imagine there are nations, countries, celebrities, people, they don't still confirm that there's a genocide is going on in Gaza. 65,000 civil people being bombarded and murdered because of IDF. So then the next generation is waiting for you, and you are responsible for the next generation, and you will be asked, because you are old enough to understand my words, you will be asked in the hereafter that there was a teacher explained few things for you and told you that everyone is against you. What did you do about that? Did you just sit and be more lazy? Or you said, I will have to stand for my rights, I will raise the flag of Islam, I will let everyone know Islam, and I will go against the Zionism as well. Am I making sense? Have you all understood? Was it so complicated to understand? Okay, so let me see what you do. بارك الله فيكم وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين.